Welcome to Easy Peasy English. In today's very long and in-depth English podcast, we will focus on one of the biggest goals for English learners around the world, speaking English fluently. Many learners understand English well. They can read, they can listen, but when it is time to speak, they feel nervous, slow, or confused. If this sounds like you, this lesson is exactly what you need. This lesson will show you how to speak English fluently using simple strategies, clear thinking, daily habits, and real-life examples. You do not need perfect grammar, you do not need a native accent, you only need the right system and consistent practice. Let's begin by understanding what fluency really means. Fluency does not mean speaking fast. Fluency means speaking smoothly, confidently, and without long pauses. You can make mistakes and still be fluent. You can use simple words and still sound natural. Many learners think fluency comes from memorizing rules. In reality, fluency comes from usage. The more you use English, the more fluent you become. Now let's talk about the biggest problem that stops people from speaking fluently: overthinking. Many learners think too much before speaking. They worry about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and mistakes. This creates fear and silence. Fluent speakers think differently. They focus on meaning, not perfection. They focus on communication, not accuracy. The first key to fluency is thinking in simple English. Stop translating from your native language. Instead, think in short English ideas. For example, instead of thinking a long sentence, think in parts. Idea 1, feeling. Idea 2, reason. You can say, I feel tired because I worked a lot. This is fluent, simple, and clear. Now let's talk about sentence structure. Fluent speakers use basic sentence patterns repeatedly. They do not try to sound smart, they try to sound clear. Some powerful patterns are, I want to, I need to, I like to, I usually, I'm trying to. These patterns help your brain speak automatically. For example, I want to improve my English. I usually practice in the morning. I'm trying to speak more every day. Now let's talk about vocabulary. Many learners believe they need thousands of words to speak fluently. This is not true. You can speak fluently with a small number of common words. Words like go, get, make, take, feel, think, and work are used every day. Learn how to use these words in many situations. For example, I get tired after work. I make time to practice. I take notes. I feel more confident now. Now let's move to speaking speed. Speaking fast does not mean fluent. Speaking calmly does. Slow English is powerful English. When you speak slowly, your brain has time to think in English. This reduces mistakes and builds confidence. Now let's talk about daily practice. Fluency is built daily, not weekly. Even 10 minutes a day is enough if you practice correctly. A good daily routine has 3 parts. First, listening. Second, repeating. Third, speaking freely. Listen to simple English, repeat sentences out loud, then speak about your day using simple words. For example, today I woke up early. I went to work. I felt tired but productive. Now let's talk about shadowing. Shadowing is one of the best ways to improve fluency. You listen to English and repeat immediately. This improves rhythm, pronunciation, and confidence. Do not worry about understanding every word. Focus on copying the sound and flow. Now let's talk about real conversation situations. Situation 1, talking about yourself. Someone asks, what do you do? You can say, I work in an office. Simple is enough. Situation 2, talking about your day. You can say, it was busy. I had many tasks. Situation 3, sharing opinions. You can say, I think learning English is important. Now let's talk about mistakes. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every mistake shows you what to improve. Do not stop speaking when you make a mistake. Keep going. Communication is more important than correctness. Now let's talk about confidence. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. Speak even when you feel nervous. Nervousness means growth. Now let's talk about motivation. Many learners stop because they feel progress is slow. Remember this, fluency is not a straight line. Some days are good, some days are hard. Both are normal. Do not compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yesterday. Now let's talk about thinking fast. When someone asks you a question, pause briefly. Choose one idea, start speaking. You can use starters like, I think, for me, in my opinion. These starters give your brain time and keep the conversation flowing. Now let's talk about describing experiences. Use a simple structure. Where, what, how you felt. For example, I went to a cafe. I met a friend. I felt relaxed. This structure works for any topic. Now let's talk about explaining problems. If you forget a word, explain it using simple English. For example, if you forget deadline, say, I need to finish my work today. This is real fluency. Now let's talk about mindset. Stop waiting to be perfect. Perfect English does not exist. Clear English does. Your goal is to be understood. Now let's build a long practice example. Every day I practice English. I listen to podcasts. I repeat sentences. I speak out loud. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I feel more confident. I know I am improving. This is fluent English. Now let's talk about long-term habits. Fluency takes time, but it is possible for everyone. Age does not matter. Talent does not matter. Consistency matters. 5 minutes a day for 1 year is more powerful than 1 hour once a week. Now let's finish with a powerful reminder. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need a native accent. You only need the right system and consistent practice. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Thank you for spending this long and meaningful lesson with Easy Peasy English. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and believe in your progress. See you in the next lesson.